Words matter, images are powerful. And these hate symbols can attack our sense of belonging and do considerable harm. Together with community groups and other law enforcement agencies, the City of Edmonton plays an important role in identifying these symbols and taking a stand against those who use these symbols to frighten and intimidate others.
Lighthouse is a technology solution that we developed here internally at the City of Edmonton, and its intent is to track the proliferation of hate symbols.
Council passed a bylaw amendment which expanded the definitions of public harassment to include race, ethnicity, background, gender. This gave us tools to deal with some of the issues that we're seeing out in public that really were falling in between the gaps of hate crime and harassment.
Data science research exists to solve real-world problems here at the City of Edmonton, and unfortunately, hate is a real-world problem here. The previous process was very manual, very labor-intensive. What Lighthouse does is it really simplifies that. We know how busy the front line is already. We want to give them the tools that they can just quickly snap a photo, submit the photo, and we have a better idea as a municipality about what the hate landscape looks like and how we can best target it.
Phone application is called Lantern. Click to add an image, click on the camera icon to take a picture. This image over here to use photo. The application timestamps and geolocates the image captured. Now I'm going to press save. And as soon as you do save images, it is uploaded to the second application called Gallery.
Gallery is a web application to review the photos that are uploaded from the Lantern phone application and to decide if there's a hate symbol in the image and to label that image with what type of hate symbol it is. The user will draw a box around the part of the image that shows the hate symbol. Once I submit that, it goes for peer review. For very tricky symbols, perhaps that haven't been seen before, there's also an option to submit that for external review where it will go to one of our partners with a deeper knowledge of hate symbols.
Watch is the final tool where it all comes together. Now, the map shows the location in which the symbols have popped up. These aren't actual hate symbols, it's just data for the purposes of demonstration. You can see on the right-hand side the types of groups that make up these symbols. And on the bottom is a timeline. What the timeline shows is a number of symbols submitted per week.
One of the questions that we got at council was, how will you know what a hate symbol is? There are lots of different definitions. There's lots of different experts in the field. And so the City of Edmonton reached out to the Anti-Defamation League.
We're one of the oldest civil rights bodies in North America. We're devoted to fighting anti-Semitism and fighting hate, prejudice, and extremism of all kinds. For something to be considered a hate symbol, there are symbols that are specifically designed to reflect or project anti-Semitism, anti-Muslim bias, anti-Black bias, anti-immigrant bias, anti-LGBTQ plus bias, some sort of hate. And so if you have symbols, and they can be visual symbols, they can be gestures, they can be, in some cases, even typographical symbols that are used by extremists and that are associated with hate or with hateful groups, then we consider them hate symbols. But one of the most important things is that you may not even know you have a problem until you have data that illustrates that there's a problem. Because when things come to you sort of anecdotally, oh, there was this graffiti over here, or there was something that happened over here, but they're not necessarily all put together. With a partner like Edmonton, for example, they can use our knowledge, combine it with their technological know-how and their local situation in order to actually help deal with real issues on the ground. Over time, you can start to see patterns, you can start to see types of symbols, where symbols are being located. You can start to understand the phenomenon that can help you deal with some particular problem.
I want a city that is free of racism, is free of hate, and allows people to go about in their daily lives without feeling harassed.
The city outcome that we're looking to achieve is a safe city for all, inclusive city for all, fighting that hate that has no border.
It's all the more important that we have to cooperate, that we have to partner. All the people of goodwill have to work together to fight that sort of evil.
Lighthouse casts light on symbols of hate, and this is a modern solution to a pervasive and old problem, and it's a fight that we're all in together.